Now let us set up Scala. For that, I am going to the browser and searching for Scala download. We can click on this link, scroll down, and here you can see there are several options. The best way is to download using IntelliJ. IntelliJ is IDE, which stands for Integrated Development Environment. And typically in enterprises, we use development tools such as IntelliJ to develop our applications rather than directly coding from the command prompt. For all practical purposes, it's better for you to learn developing applications using IDEs such as IntelliJ, Eclipse, etc. When it comes to IntelliJ, if you click on this download, it shows you two options. One is Ultimate and Community. You can download the Community Edition, which is completely free and open source, or if you don't mind spending some money, you can go for the Ultimate Edition. After a month of free trial, you have to pay some licensing fee. Ultimate Edition simplifies a lot of stuff. Most likely when you work in a company, you will get the license if they are using IntelliJ. That being said, once you download, by clicking here, the file will be downloaded to the downloads directory. Like this, and then you can double click on IDRC 2017.3.4.exe, which is just downloaded. Click on next, click on next, click on next. If you want to create desktop shortcut, make sure you create desktop shortcuts for 64-bit. We are supposed to use 64-bit operating system and 64-bit tools for our development purposes, but I don't want any desktop shortcut, so I'm not checking anything here and clicking on next, install. It will take a while to download all these binaries that are required to set up IntelliJ. Once that is done, we will see how we can actually set up Scala on top of IntelliJ. You will see this pop up once the installation is done. If you want to run immediately, you can check this and then click on finish. Otherwise, you have to go to the desktop and double click on the desktop shortcut, or you have to search here for IntelliJ. Yeah, this is the one, IntelliJ IDEA Community Edition. You can click on that and it will open something like this. This is the first time we have installed, so we are not importing any settings here. Click on OK. Make sure you scroll down on this and then click on accept. If you want to send anonymous usage statistics for JetBrains so that they can troubleshoot and fix the issues in general, you can enable this, which means that they will only send information without sharing any details about you. If you want, you can check this. I'm leaving it as is and then click on OK. Now it is asking us to choose the UI theme. Whatever is comfortable for you, you can choose. I am choosing the Circular theme. We can change afterwards also. And then you can click on default plugins and you can see the different plugins which will be installed by default. If you don't want to disable, if you don't want any of these plugins, you can disable them and it will be removed. But these are standard ones. If you want, you can leave as is. In this case, I am leaving as is. Then you can click on featured plugins. Scala is one of the featured plugin. You can click on install and you will have a Scala setup on your PC. Unless you do this, Scala will not be available on your IntelliJ on your PC. So it is part of featured plugins and you need to download and install Scala by clicking on this install button for this plugin called Scala. It will take a while. Meanwhile, I am also installing this IDE features trainer so that over a period of time we'll understand the features of the IDE. If you want to use IntelliJ IDE in VI mode, if you are familiar with VI mode and if you want to use in VI mode, you can install and enable this. I'm not going to use in VI mode, so I'm leaving as this. And then we can click on start using IntelliJ IDEA. Now you can click on create new project and you should see the Scala option here. If you don't see this Scala option here, then you are not you haven't set up Scala properly. So make sure you see the Scala option here and then select this, and also make sure you see SBT option here. If you don't see these things, that means your Scala setup is not proper. You click on cancel and you expand configure, go to plugins, and then browse repositories, then search for Scala. Okay, and then you will see Scala as one of the options as a language. You can select this and then you can install by clicking on install here. As we have already installed it, it is not showing up with install button. In your case, you can install if you want. Close. Okay. And let us try creating a new project with Scala as part of the next topic.